My name's Greg. I met Vijay first of all on holiday, and I was immediately very transfixed by his teachings and the communication that he was able to deliver through yoga, which I hadn't experienced before. It immediately put a stop on the practice that I was having at the time, which although was delivering me significant benefits, there was always gaps between it and my understanding of the true self. So I came on this course after that experience basically, and I was very eager to try and learn more about what it is he had opened up for me, because so many questions had been raised by that first encounter, and I had really enjoyed yoga beforehand, but I wasn't able to enjoy it in the same way with all of the information that he had given me. So now that I've finished the course, I feel totally different about my practice than I ever have done, because I feel so much more fulfilled from it at a much deeper level. Beg your pardon. For example, there's an awful lot that can be taught here that will relate to messages that perhaps you've heard of before, but never quite within the same framework. I've heard a lot of instructors talk about a meditative practice, an energizing practice, a one towards the self, a practice that doesn't injure, and a practice that is constantly evolving and changing. And Vijay is the only person I've ever been with who's been able to integrate all of those aspects into one package. And I think he's able to do that because he's speaking from a very classical perspective, something which I think a lot of people have attained towards, but I have never myself come across a yoga teacher with so much genuine experience as Vijay. I don't think Vijay ever intended on becoming a yoga teacher. He certainly, I don't think, ever intended on opening up a school. And I think that shows in the way that he teaches, because he's teaching you like a fellow practitioner, and not just a fellow practitioner who's trying to become a yoga teacher and has become one. He's doing it from someone who has actually lived as a yogi, was brought up as a yogi, and has manifested life as a yogi. And therefore he's able to translate an awful lot of quite complicated things into a very real life environment, which makes it a lot more easier to digest, but also which allows it to resonate an awful lot more because it comes from a perspective of truth rather than that of a manual or teaching course that he's been on. Everyone here at the course has been very friendly, the staff, some of the students who have been staying on for multiple courses, other students. Everybody here seems to be of the same spirit, and that's not because we are the same, but because this kind of energy breeds this kind of reflection, and it's within all of us, and it's able to be accessed by the techniques that Vijay teaches. The food is great. The length and duration of the course is what I find sustainable. Some days I would like it to be longer, some days I'd like it to be less, so I think that fits in nicely to how I've wanted things to flow this holiday. Very grateful to this time that I've spent here, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to not only going back home and practicing everything, because I understand that everything that I have learned really will only flourish through direct experience, and so I don't want to be too preachy about how amazing this course is. I just really want to tell you that from my experience, whatever it stands for, it delivers upon, because everything here makes so much sense in a very direct way. So I just want to say to anybody out there thinking of coming on this course, maybe look into it further, maybe try and get in touch with Vijay, maybe try and get in touch with me, maybe try and get in touch with anybody, and see if there's a way that you can get closer to what Yogagita is all about. If that's not an opportunity to you, then perhaps coming to India is the way forward. But otherwise, don't settle for second best. Whatever yoga you do get involved with, it should deliver on every point. It should take you towards the inner self, because that's exactly what yoga is. And I blamed myself an awful lot for problems that I had with yoga, when in fact I think it was just the yoga that I was being taught. And I owe that all to Vijay now. And more than Vijay, I owe it all to yoga, because that's exactly what Yogagita stands for. Yoga beyond styles. It's the truth. It's yoga beyond any marketing or any kind of tailor-made sandwich wrapped package that has been so valuable to us in the West to get this message about inner work, about how powerful our minds are and what control they have over our lives. But as with myself, I was ready to go that one step further and ready to leave that kind of surface yoga behind. And I'm so glad I found Yogi Gita. I welcome you to do the same. Thank you so much.